What's up? You know what it is. It's Movie Buff talking Brightburn. This is Brian Gunn and James Gunn new twist on kind of like if the tale of Superman was a little skewed. So if Superman, when he came to Earth and he was a child and he grew up as a kid and he was good. This is if Superman was evil. Totally different take. Kind of an Elseworld story. You've got, some pretty decent actors in this. Obviously Elizabeth Banks. The kid that does the Brightburn, his name is Brandon Breyer in the movie. His Jackson A. Dunn, never heard the kid before, but he does very well. He conveys the creepiness, the intensity, the uneasiness very well in this movie. And child actor. You've also got David Denman, which I've really never seen him before, but he reminded me of an actor, kind of like a Paul Blart, but just better, just different, but that kind of same style. That played his dad. Elizabeth Banks has played his mom. You've got a few other, key roles and stuff. But basically, this kid, they've prayed for a baby. They just can't have one. This spaceship falls, just like in Superman, falls. They live on a farm. It's almost identical as far as story goes. They raise this kid. He's their baby boy. Everything is good. And then he starts to get older and things start to change. He starts to kind of hear these alienish voices. You can't decipher them. It's just sounds, and obviously it's a very evil tone, and you can tell that he's being changed. He obviously has it in his sleep, and he's drawn to the spaceship, which they have locked under this door in their barn. They have it locked up. And he's drawn to it because it's almost like they're signaling to him from space or wherever he's from. And you finally decode what they've been telling him. He kind of starts to decode in his brain, and it's like Gollum Shanktum Bio or what, and it's like basically it means take the world. And once he kind of figures out I'm not like everybody else, he gets to the point where he starts getting bold. I mean, he's trying to start this mower and he chunks it in 2.5 miles off, and this mower is just from the bottom, and you just see the blade, and he's like, if I can do that, can I stop the blade? And, everyone, even you're like, he just stops it. He's invulnerable, straight up Superman. Even the heat vision comes out in some very gruesome ways. I mean, really not some, all of these kills in this movie are super graphic, super gruesome, almost to the point of a horror movie. I would say this kind of does qualify as a kind of a sci-fi-ish horror movie, superhero evil spin. Pretty dope if you like that kind of stuff. It wasn't too overly graphically gross, just for the sake of blood. There's blood. It was very well done how they did it. I dug the shit out of this movie. There's got a lot of uneasy parts where you're just like, damn, bro, you're really gonna do him like that? Basically he, anybody that gets in this kid's way, he takes out. And he has the power of the gods. I mean, he's a super being. He's Superman with every power that Superman has. This kid has. And he's just evil. He's just evil. He knows that he basically feels like he's a higher evolution, and he is come to take the world. And, if you don't like him, too fucking bad. He's going to kill you. And he's going to do it in the worst possible way. and he almost like plays and taunts with his victims, but every time he kills, he leaves this little BB, which at first is just sketches in his notepad, and it kind of comes out to in the end of like this BB is like how people start to put things together and realize like, oh shit, this kid is bad news. Like, he is the one doing this shit, and BB is for Brandon Breyer, which is the kid's name in the movie. He can only be hurt by the craft that sent him there, and at the end, the mom, in the last ditch attempt, goes for that kill. Basically, everyone kind of realizes in the end, like, this kid's got to go. It kind of hints toward that a lot in the previews too, so it's not really a spoiler. But unsuccessfully, he takes out pretty much anyone in his path, and he's just devious about it, man. The kid is just, there's something off. It's almost like he's got a serial killer's brain. He just enjoys the blood. He enjoys he enjoys watching them suffer. Like I said, he kind of gets off on it in a creepy way. At first, the parents are like, kind of find these nudie magazines, and then you keep flipping, and it's like guts and blood and anatomy, and they're like, what the fuck is this? And they're just like, oh, he's just going through a phase. Nah, bro. It's not a phase. This kid is fucked up. He's all bad. It's all bad. So, if you dig this kind of Elseworld story, or horror flicks, or movies with just some graphic, unsettling images and situations, you'll probably like this. I saw this without my girl because she was not down to see this, and I don't think that she would like it if she saw it. But I mean, it's getting pretty good reviews. Let's see what the Rotten Tomatoes score is. Looks like a 6.5 out of 10. So really, I mean, most of the critics are liking this. Like I said, I thought it was pretty dope. They definitely left, I would say, a way for them to continue. Maybe like bad Aquaman, bad Wonder Woman, bad, so to continue the trend of an Elseworld evil side, and who knows if they're going to, get to the point where they have a good versus evil standoff, or they could do a lot of things with this, or this could just be really good one-off. Either way, they kind of win as a studio. I'm sure this movie didn't cost much to make. There are some awesome graphics, but it's just few and far between, and you can tell that it was done on a really low budget. And obviously there's not a ton of big names in this, so they probably saved a ton of money, and they're probably making money hand over fist. James Gunn is obviously really good at what he does. I mean, he's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's done, several other things, and this is just kind of added to the list of his resume of things that he's, accomplished and stuff. So definitely check it out if you like this type of thing. I would probably give it like a strong 8, just because it was a really well told story. All the graphics were good, the acting was good, I believed everything. So yeah, check it out. Until next time, see you at the movies.